Sun's finally coming out though. So
it is, and the trees are blooming down here, and some of them have fully blossomed. Oh my god! I drive around and I go,
the trees, leaves, color.
I started driving, like we were driving, I went to the mall with Bill yesterday, and the field was like all green. Okay, so just like normal cornfield. Okay, so it was all beautiful green, and we were listening to good songs. I started driving all fast. Wouldn't you know it? There's a cop up ahead, and I was like, I would have gotten a ticket. So I was so excited about green grass because I wasn't paying attention anymore. I was like, stop here, and I was like, oh no, but luckily he didn't stop me.
It's so distracted by grass.
This is my life.
My gosh. I'm sorry, officer. I was speeding because I was looking at the grass.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have said something like that and like expected him to understand.
Sir, I haven't seen grass in 3 months. Can you
it's
understand?
Completely thrown.
Please understand.
You get it, right? Come on.
You understand? Oh my. That's funny. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Bright Connections. I'm your host, Greenie McTurnips. Joining me this week, Goldie McKnob.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Here. So we did a little quiz before we started to generate a Irish name in honor of St. Patrick's Day coming up this week. So this episode, if you haven't guessed, is going to be all about St. Patrick's Day. What it's about, some stories from us, a little history, and some fun games just to have some fun with the upcoming holiday. So once again, I'm Greenie McTurnips, and that's Goldie McKnob. So,
oh man,
what is St. Patrick's Day? What is St. Patrick's Day? Is it just a day to eat corned beef and cabbage and drink a lot of alcohol, a lot of beer? Well, maybe. But perhaps. I know I have to admit I'm not usually a huge celebrator of St. Patrick's Day. I mean, I'll do the corned beef and cabbage and maybe have a drink or two. But it's usually not a huge deal for me personally. And, that's okay. Everybody's got their holidays. Everybody's got their days that they do something that not everybody does. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of our country. That's the beauty of the world. Just like what you like, do what you do. And everyone else just be okay with it. It's just, you don't need to, just because you don't celebrate it doesn't mean you have to dislike it or talk bad about it or anything. It's just let it be. But anyway, yeah, St. Patrick's Day is coming up this week. So again, what it actually is St. Patrick's Day. So Chris, what's it to you? What's St. Patrick's Day to you?
Well, in my younger days, and maybe early 20s, it was, we would get together with friends, try to wear ridiculous clothes, kind of like I'm wearing now, but a little over the top. Like I used to have a green, like a fro type wig, and I would wear everything green head to toe, and we would just pull out everything we could to be ridiculous. And there would be green beer involved. I never have eaten corned beef in my life, so that's what I was wondering if you do. Do you do that every year? Is that like a definite thing that you do every year? Corned beef, cabbage. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I know a lot of people do, but it's not really my scene. But even so, like, I think Joe just finally had his first corned beef sandwich ever, like a couple weeks ago, just due to like lack of options. So I'm surprised because he's like he's a meat eater. So, for him to not even try that was kind of interesting. So we've never had a traditional go-to food type thing. Yeah. It was more focused on the beverages, I guess.
Yeah.
I know parades are always a huge deal, like in Pittsburgh, and it becomes a big deal downtown. But I don't think I was never living in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
In those years of my life where I was going out and doing stuff like really partying and doing the parade scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I kept it kind of calm, but yeah. And working in schools my last 10 years or whatever.
Oh,
The kids make a big deal of it, and they'll do the whole, like, if you're not wearing green, you get pinched or whatever. So
oh yeah.
yeah. So it's just fun. It's fun to do with them.
Yeah.
Make a big deal if they dress up. Like, I always make a big fuss when anytime kids make the extra effort to do stuff like that. So that you get the kids side of it, and that was always fun.
Yeah.
Or we would do so, like, even with my girls when they were little, and now I think we're doing it when we go back this week. We're building leprechaun traps.
Nice.
So kids, that's like a project. They go home, they work with their parents, they make these elaborate traps, and made of all kinds of amazing materials, whatever they can dream up. And then they'll put them on display, and everybody can come through and see their traps. And would it work to trap a leprechaun? What would they bait them with? And yeah, yes. I even had teachers make like little mini like green footprints through their classroom to be like, oh, he came. Like, it's fun in the school. So, yeah.
I was about to say, did you do any activities or anything with the kids? But yeah, that's cool.
Well, we've been on break, so when we go back Monday, we're gonna start. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's fun. Leprechaun trap. Huh.
Yeah. That's become a big deal in the schools. So just something to kind of tie it in,
Yeah. Just make something fun of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Great job, Goldie. Great job.
Thanks.
But so we pulled up kind of what actually is St. Patrick's Day. Where did it originate? Some other facts on it. So St. Patrick's Day is obviously celebrated annually on March 17th on the anniversary of St. Patrick's death in the 5th century. So the Irish have observed this day as a holiday for over 1,000 years. St. Patrick's Day, which falls on during the Christian season of Lent, Irish families would traditionally attend church in the morning and celebrate in the afternoon. And then all Lenten prohibitions against the consumption of meat were waived during that day, and people would dance, drink, feast on traditional meal of Irish bacon and cabbage.
So wow. So that's where the corned beef came from.
Yes.
It came from I didn't realize that Lent was like put on pause. That's interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, so it's such a huge thing for 6 weeks, and when St. Patrick's Day comes, throw it all aside, party away.
We're gonna take a pass on this day.
We're gonna lift that for a half a day and have at it.
Yeah. How funny.
Yeah. So St. Patrick, who lived during the 5th century, is the patron saint of Ireland and a national apostle. Born in Roman Britain, he was kidnapped and brought to Ireland as a slave at the age of 16. He later escaped, but returned to Ireland and was credited with bringing Christianity to its people. So he is actually born in Roman Britain, not Ireland, and was brought to Ireland as a slave at the age of 16. A little tidbit for you, huh?
How about that?
All right. How about that? And then just more into his life and everything. But first, St. Patrick's Day was celebrated not in Ireland. So fun fact, it was not celebrated. The first St. Patrick's Day was not celebrated in Ireland. It was celebrated at a parade. A St. Patrick's Day parade was held on March 17th, 1601 in a Spanish colony in what is now St. Augustine, Florida.
Huh. Florida. Go Florida.
Leave it to Floridians. Well, back then
they know how to party.
It was a little bit different. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Leave it to Americans to make a.
Wait, what was the date again?
1601.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a little bit of a different story. Wait, 1601?
1601, yeah.
In Florida.
Yeah, in what is now Florida. It was a Spanish colony back then. I guess you can't really say Americans making it. But either way, it wasn't in Ireland. It was elsewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, 1601.
Weird.
Yeah.
Goldie's pondering the facts.
Goldie's pondering it. Yep. Greenie's trying to throw him out, but. And then every year there's huge parades celebrated in New York City, Boston, Chicago, and then just other American cities, where it stemmed from and grew further. In 1848, several New York Irish Aid societies decided to unite their parades to form one official New York City St. Patrick's Day parade. Today, that parade is the world's oldest civilian parade and largest in the United States, with over 150,000 participants.
Really? How come that's not televised?
Yeah.
You would think we always watch Thanksgiving, and stuff, and I thought that was enormous.
Yeah, I really don't hear too much about parades, honestly, for St. Patrick's Day.
And like, what all would they have?
Just everybody's dressed up in green and just
maybe
drinking.
Like, are there floats involved? Are there balloons? I wonder. There.
I don't know.
There's no Macy's situation, right? It's
right.
Just like random. I don't know. I might have to do a little more research on this.
And each year, nearly 3 million people line the 1.5 mile parade route to watch the procession, which takes more than 5 hours. That's a lot. Feels like a long parade too.
Wow, this is intense. I can't believe this.
How did we never hear this?
And also, like,
they must
clearly not having it this year, right? Like,
I would assume that not having it this year.
Maybe next year.
In 2020, New York City Parade was the first major city event to be canceled as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. So last year they did not have it.
Oh man.
They probably won't have it this year either.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. Yeah, we never really heard
5 hours. Or is it like they block off the street? Like maybe there's like a little parade, and I feel like, because I don't know, like I don't want to be downplaying. Maybe it's a huge deal, but also maybe is it just like a regular size parade, and there's so many people, and then they just like fill the streets and like set up like kind of a party situation, and then that also adds into the length of the parade, and then maybe after that they open up the streets back to like you can drive on them, and then people like filter out to wherever they're frolicking off to. Party. I don't know.
I'm thinking it's
a legit parade.
5 hours of the parade, and then just after is all the partying, and
must be a lot of music and stuff,
Yeah.
Versus like floats and.
Yeah, probably.
Now I feel dumb not
like
knowing.
Irish jigs and dancing and stuff.
River dance.
River dance. Yeah. Bagpipes, maybe.
Yeah.
What if they do like like Irish, like those crazy Irish games, like the boulder tossing or stuff like that and stuff.
Maybe.
I can't think of any of more of the crazy ones now, but
maybe they have an area set up for that. They should, if not. Right?
So there's some crazy games those Irish people do. They do. I think they do. They do. They are. They do. I think they do like a massive hill roll or something. They just literally just roll down a hill with their bodies and just tumble. Whoever makes it down first or on their feet or something. I mean, it's a huge steep hill, and they try to stay on their feet as long as possible or something, but everybody just starts tumbling.
On their feet?
It's pretty ridiculous.
Wait, are they like forward rolling, not barrel rolling?
I think they just roll whatever way it ends up going because they can't stay.
God.
I think I've seen videos of something like that.
I mean, that's like my childhood down my front yard, but like not as a sport. And like not now.
It is.
There would be like a bone jutting out of my neck or something. I'm done,
Lots of broken bones and
Jeez.
Yeah. They're crazy.
Okay, they're intense, huh?
They are intense. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And then there's a huge tradition of the Chicago River being dyed green.
Yeah, that's cool.
So back in the day, it looks like the practice started in 1962 when pollution control workers use, let's say, not so practical ways of dyeing the river green. They released green dye, 100 pounds of green vegetable dye into the river to keep it green for a week.
That was back then they did that, or that was the same practice?
That was back then. Now they cut it down to only 40 pounds of dye. So it sounds like they're still doing it. They're still doing it. So they use 40 pounds of dye, and the river only turns green for several hours.
Okay. Is it environmentally friendly? And you would think that they would have had to have tweaked that by now.
Yeah,
with all the guidelines and all the,
I know.
You would think.
I would
maybe
think.
Since they lessened it, they let it slide.
Maybe.
Goldie does not approve.
I already forgot my name. Greenie. I know. Don't shoot the messenger. Greenie's just reading. It sounds like back in the day, 1962. It wasn't so. It was more frowned upon. We'll go with that. But like you said, I would have to assume today, with cutting it down and being able to research more methods, I would have to assume that they do more friendly ways. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be looking that up later.
Oh boy. I might be sending in a letter to somebody.
I'm sure that there's plenty of people on it before me,
Yeah. Vegetable dye. I don't even know what's vegetable dye.
I don't know, like food coloring?
Maybe. That's a lot of food
they
coloring.
Like peeled a bunch of zucchinis, mushed it down.
Maybe.
Cucumbers, just a big blend, and there's like
big blend of vegetable skin stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. But either way, it's really cool to see. I mean, there's a picture here that I'm looking at. It's like super green.
Yeah, it gets like really solid green.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. Very weird, but really cool to see a bright green river going through your city. I mean, it's legit right through looks like the heart of Chicago.
That's cool.
It is cool. But St. Patrick's celebrations all around the world. I mean, people were doing all kinds of different things, from baking popular recipes like soda bread, corned beef, cabbage, and champ, or not sure what that is. CHAMP.
Sounds like a type of onion or something. But I'm thinking of like ramps. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
Okay.
But St. Patrick's Day has traditionally been a religious occasion. Up until the 1970s, Irish laws mandated that pubs be closed on March 17th.
Yeah.
So they were, for a while, the pubs weren't even open.
Wow.
But beginning in 1995, the Irish government began a national campaign to use interest in St. Patrick's Day to drive tourism and showcase Ireland and Irish culture to the rest of the world. So.
Okay, I looked up champ or champ or however they say it. I hate to be butchering it, but it is like a creamy mashed potatoes with onions, green onions or scallions.
Look at you! You had that right, or close to it.
So, yeah. Creamy. I had no idea that onion would be involved.
So you said like creamy soup?
I'd try that.
Yeah?
No, like creamy mashed potatoes with like extra green onion and scallions. Yeah.
Creamy mashed potatoes. Why did I think soup? I misheard you.
I don't know. You want a soup today, maybe?
Maybe. Interesting. So, but that's just kind of a little backstory of what is St. Patrick's Day and where it's turned into. But
cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do you have any crazy stories that you might be willing to share from St. Patrick's Day? Obviously, there's some that either we don't want to talk about or we just can't remember now. But
well, yeah. I remember the beginning of the night. No. I was bartending in college, and during St. Patrick's Day one year, and they did a big deal of big specials. They had the corned beef and the cabbage, and then they had like the eggs and kegs type thing, and they had the Irish whiskey. They had the Irish coffee was like on a special, and tons of kegs and kegs of green beer that were just being pumped out, for super cheap. They had fun, like they brought in like an Irishish band, like a kind of like a Dropkick Murphys kind of like cover type thing. And it was a really great day. That was like one day I always think of. And they had like the plastic like leprechaun hats, and it was all decorated, super fun. Yep. That was a really good one that stands out in my mind. And then in Hawaii, our friends had a big party a few years ago where everybody just dressed ridiculous. It was like all kinds of wigs and hats and glasses, and people had suspenders and full green coats.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone, it was really cool, and there was some green beer consumed that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy. Like I never was lucky enough to. I mean, I could still. It's not like I'm ruled out, but Goldie can hang. I could go to a parade in my future, but I haven't ever been like in a downtown scene or anything.
Yeah, I didn't
celebrate in my own way.
Yeah, like it kind of. I mean, obviously we never really even knew that there were parades like that and stuff. But yeah, it'd be interesting to go see what the parades are like. Yeah, I for me, nothing like you, nothing really too huge. There's only one. There's one that I can kind of remember. Well, I remember it. I'm just saying, like that sticks out in my mind. I guess is that I believe it was one year that for whatever reason I was back in college and I had a lacrosse game that day, and so we went like, I think we were in another school and everything. We played games and we came back and it was like either late afternoon or even early in the evening, and everybody had been drinking already the whole day. And so we got back and we were like, oh man, we got to catch up now.
Yeah.
So I didn't even bother like going to get dressed or anything. I just jumped right in with everybody, still in my lacrosse uniform and everything. And I just started partying and drinking with everybody and having fun. And so there's just pictures of me in a lacrosse uniform and everybody else dressed up in St. Patrick's Day stuff. And I'm just completely out of place. I think I still had like the eye paint and everything still on. And it's just probably sweaty and just,
nobody cared. They were just happy to have you there joining in on the madness.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so fun. Those are good memories, when people are just filling the streets, big outside parties and green keg here, green keg there. Who knows what's coming down, like an ice luge, some green stuff that you hope it won't like may have had you grow another eye. Just like, I guess it's fun.
Yeah, it's just a day to just have fun. Try, like you said, dress up in all kinds of green stuff and wear silly leprechaun headbands and Yep. Absolutely. So we got a couple fun quizzes here too to see how Irish we are and then to see how lucky we are, because Irish is all about being lucky. Luck of the Irish.
Oh boy.
Luck of the Irish. But first, let's find out how Irish we are. Now, are you I'm personally, I don't believe I have any Irish in me at all.
So there's some Irish on my dad's side. I don't know the percentage, like my dad's dad. And I thought it was like a big chunk of what made up that side of the family, but there were so many things. It's like ridiculous. It's hard to keep track of.
Seriously,
There's some Irish on
you at least have a little bit in you.
Yeah.
You at least got a little bit in you. But so let's see what this quiz says, how Irish we are.
Okay.
So number 1, you lost your phone. What do? Do you look for it in the last place you left it? Do you pray to St. Anthony? Do you call it from another phone? Or to resign yourself to a life off the grid? Do you totally give up and say, forget it? I'm just going to not go without the phone.
I call it from another phone.
Call from another phone?
Yeah.
I think I would first just look for it in the last place I left it.
Okay.
Because maybe.
Yeah. I do that. I would look there. But then if I started like 10 places that I thought I was and it wasn't there, then I'm calling that thing. I'm not wasting my whole day.
The only problem is I think my phone's normally just on vibrate. It's not even on.
Yes, that's probably.
So that'll be rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't have a second phone.
True. Yeah.
I'd be in trouble. Yeah.
That would be. Yeah.
I would be in trouble if I lost.
You have a thing on your watch do you have like a watch that'll do like Find My Phone type deal?
No.
Okay. I do, but I don't even know how to use it.
I might. Yeah, I might, but I haven't set it up or. Yeah. So I think just look for it in the last place you left it, at least for me.
Okay.
How long should a wedding last? An hour and a half, civil ceremony, canopies, bosh. That might not be canopies. That's canapes. Canapes.
They're like appetizers.
Ah, okay. 5 hours at the town hall, reception, dinner, and DJ. 7 hours, church, dinner, band, DJ. Or if it's over in under 10 hours, then it's not a wedding.
Shoot. I'm somewhere between an hour and a half and 5, like maybe 3. But I guess I'll go 5 because I feel like an hour and a half is too long. I mean, too short, excuse me.
Yeah.
Because think about it, church is going to be like an hour.
Yeah.
And then there's like no time left. So like 5 is about right, I guess. If you're doing the whole.
Yeah, that's saying the whole thing.
Everything. Yeah, I'd go 5. How about you?
I'm going at least 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I love super long party weddings.
Okay.
Going reception, dancing for hours till midnight, and
nice.
Because I'm thinking they normally start middle afternoon, at least most of the ones that I've been to.
That's true, because I think ours started at like 3
Yeah.
or 4, and then we went till like midnight, 11, 10, anywhere from 10 to midnight. Who knows? It was a little blurry one then.
Right.
Until everybody was ready to go to bed. So,
exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to go 7. I'll go 7.
Okay.
You're in a corner shop. What do you purchase? Milk and cigarettes, a chicken fillet roll, a breakfast roll, or the newspaper?
Nothing.
Definitely not the newspaper. What's the newspaper?
I was going to say that would probably be my best bet because I don't know anything else on there. A breakfast roll. Depends on what's in it.
Yeah.
I'll go breakfast roll.
Yeah, same. I'm going breakfast roll. What is an appropriate way to end a conversation? Goodbye. Bye now. See you. God bless. Bye. Talk to you later. Bye, bye, bye.
Oh, boy. Goodbye, I guess. But I don't ever say goodbye. Like mine would be more like bye, talk to you later. But I'm not going to say bye, bye, bye 3 times. Like that's
Right.
But I'm putting it.
I think I'm going to go with bye now. I feel that'll be closest to what I would say. Like, see ya.
That's what my dad always says.
Later. Bye now. Bye now.
Bye now.
Bye now.
Maybe not later, but bye now. It's such a strange thing to say, you know, but like, I get it.
It sounds like a dad joke.
Yeah, that is what my dad says. Bye now.
Yeah. Bye now. Which of these 3 phases invokes the most terror? Come home, we have to talk. Your account balance is 0.
Yikes.
Honors maths?
Maths.
Maths?
Honors math class.
Oh.
I guess. Really? I assume. I don't know.
Your mother and I are very disappointed in you.
Yikes. At this point, maybe come home, we have to talk.
Or your account balance.
Or the 0. Account balance.
Yeah.
Those are.
Yeah, right.
I'm probably maybe the account balance. Maybe.
Yeah, I think for us as adults, probably more of that. But I'm thinking. I'm trying to do this. I guess maybe I'm thinking as one younger and parents saying, "Your mother and I are very disappointed."
That's not great. That's not great at all. But like at this point, I'd be like, I'm sorry, but I guess maybe I'm gonna live my life. Like
that could kind of be as an adult too. Your mother and I are very disappointed in you.
Yeah, like I had to do something pretty bad. Like at
this
point in my life, what am I doing?
Right.
What am I doing at this point in my life that's really disappointing?
My parents are telling me now at this point in my life. Right.
Like I got through the questionable parts of my life, you know, like I feel like I'm doing pretty good.
Right. I guess you could also say, come home, we have to talk. If you were if I was in like a relationship or something, and you say that'd be pretty terrifying. Just that, come home, we gotta talk.
Oh God, what does that mean?
I don't know, that's it, right?
That's
kind of tough now. Invokes the most terror. What are you thinking?
I went with account.
Okay. I'm gonna say come home, we have to talk.
Okay.
Which of these is the most socially unacceptable? Never getting around in, taking notions, acting the maggot, picking your nose.
What's taking notions mean? It's like an Irish thing?
I'm assuming this is all Irish. That's why we don't know some of them.
Acting the maggot, maybe? Does this mean acting like a turd? That's like being a jerk to everyone?
Maybe.
Acting like a Greenie McTurnip.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll say acting the maggot.
Behave yourself, Goldie McKnob, all right? Behave yourself.
I mean, I don't want to see anyone picking their nose, but I feel like that's.
I feel like it's not too bad.
Like it can be forgiven.
Yeah. I guess acting the maggot. Yeah, if it's what you're kind of thinking it is.
Yeah.
Just acting like a jerk. What do you call your parents? Mom and dad, mammy and daddy. Their first names, mom and pop.
None of them, but I guess mom and dad would be the closest. There's no pop going on in my family.
I do.
Do you? That's cute. Yeah. I like that.
Sorta. It's usually other nicknames too, but if anything, mom and pop. Yeah. A tourist stops you in the street asking for directions. You don't know the answer. What do? Direct them to the tourist information office. Shrug and tell them to ask someone else. Tell them you'll walk with them for a bit to see if you can remember. Google directions for them.
Google.
Yeah.
Google.
I mean.
Or shrug. I mean.
Makes sense.
I probably wouldn't shrug and tell them to ask someone else because I'd try to figure something out. At least some sort of beginning for them. I might not be able to get them all the way there. So I'm Googling. Sorry.
Sorry. I don't think that I would walk with them to see if I can remember. Shrug and tell them to ask someone else kind of sounds rude, but at the same time, I'm kind of thinking more as I don't know. This person right here might that could still kind of sound rude. Never mind.
Well, I mean, like you don't want to send them in the wrong direction. Like, sorry, man, I don't know. I've never been there. So this dude, try him. You know, it's not. It's
I know.
It's not helpful, but it's truth. It's honest.
I know exactly. I don't want to sell them. They're telling the wrong way. I think in a way, I'll being honest. I gotta say that one. If I truly don't know, I'm not gonna send them somewhere. I guess I could Google though too. But my first thought, what I would do, I would probably just tell them, I'm not sure. Ask this other person.
Yeah.
Oh well, I kind of sound like a jerk.
Well, that guy looks like he knows what he's doing.
He looks smarter than me. Go ask him. Question 9. Cup of tea? Question mark. Cup of tea?
Oh, I love tea.
Oh,
but yes. I don't know what Berries is.
Berries, please. It's a brand, I assume. So, oh, these are all brand. Lions would be grand. Thanks. Do you have Earl Grey? No, thanks. I don't like hot drinks. The only one I've had. Yeah, so the Earl Grey is the only one I've had before. So, I guess go that one.
I like the enthusiasm with, oh, yes. So
oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Berries, please.
Berries, please. You might have left the immersion on. How does this make you feel?
Immersion?
What's the immersion?
I'm gonna Google.
Oh no, I thought it was on a timer. I'm sorry, I have to go home right away.
Immersion blender?
It will keep. Immersion blend. Is it? Maybe. No. I'm thinking more like a teapot almost.
It's a water heater, electric water heater without a thermostat. You have to switch it on before you use it and remember to turn it off afterwards. So it's like a heating thing. So that could be bad. Okay.
Yeah.
That gives us a direction. Okay, so you might have left it on. How does this make you feel? What's the immersion? I'm sorry. Sorry, I have to go home right away. Ooh, I hate to be that person, but I probably would be.
I mean, I didn't know what it was. So I'm saying, what's the immersion?
Oh yeah, I guess that was my initial too. I guess we should go with that since we had to choose it. Yeah. Let's do that.
Bono is ? The lead singer of U2, a musician and an activist, a famous Irishman, a pox.
A musician and an activist.
I was the lead singer of U2. I don't know of his activism feats.
I think he is. Yeah, I'm picking the activist one. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hey, that gave me my answer. Did you get yours?
Uh-huh.
What's yours?
How Irish are you? You got as Irish as Jedward's Eurovision entry. What the heck does that mean?
Ah,
You might not be entirely culturally engaged, but you're all ours and we're proud to have you.
aw, how cute. Mine says, an Irish, or Goldie says, Irish
Yes.
as a tato sandwich. Tato sandwich.
Tato sandwich.
It says, what's the crake? You could probably sing all the words to the national anthem and Rattling Bog. Oh my gosh, remember? Hey ho, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley. Oh, do you remember that from
No.
music class?
No.
Stop it. Like the tree is in the bog and the bog down in the valley. Oh, the branch is on the tree and the tree is in the bog and the bog is in the the bird is in the nest and the nest is on the branch and the branch is on the tree and the tree was in the bog and the bog down in the valley. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't believe you don't know that.
I dig it. I don't. Sorry.
So I guess it was made sense. I am a tato sandwich.
You are potato sandwich.
That's hilarious.
That is good. Yeah, I mean Irish love their potatoes.
I mean, I do too.
And you're seeing
Let's
true.
be honest.
True. Jedward's Eurovision entry.
What in the world is that?
I don't know.
Is that a person's name? Jedward?
Jedward. That should have been one of our names.
Jedward's in.
Jedward
McTurnips.
Oh my gosh. Greenie's a little disappointed. I don't know. I'm not culturally engaged.
No.
Way to go, Greenie. Oh man. All right. Next, what % lucky are you? Negative. Negative. I can tell you now.
Oh. Hush that up. Let's get this. You'll find out who you are.
Let's go. Have you ever found money on the street? Yes, multiple times. Maybe once. Only a few coins at best. No, never. No, but I've definitely lost money on the street.
Yeah.
I don't think I've lost money on the street. I think I'm saying a few coins at best. I don't think I've really found anything more. Yeah, I don't think I've ever found anything.
Okay, I'm going with yes multiple times. You know what? A couple years ago, we found a $100 bill in a parking lot.
No way.
We couldn't believe it. It was like, what? We were like, let's go out to eat.
Yeah. Here's lunch for the day.
Because there's no way to track it. It was like in the backside of a parking lot. Cars
no one else around.
It was like crumpled up by this planter. It was the best.
Yeah. That's tough. If there's anybody around, I would ask. I say, hey man, did you lose this? I'm sure there's some people out there who would be like, oh, absolutely,
yep.
yeah, that's definitely mine, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not though. You never know. But I would, if I found something like that, I'd definitely be looking to see if anybody's there. But if nobody's around,
yeah,
what can you really do?
And cars aren't even like right next to it. It's like you can't even pin it to like, oh, it probably fell out when this person got out of the.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're sidetracking.
Going on a tangent.
Yeah.
Have you ever won a randomly selected competition? I'm a literal lottery winner. Yes, I have, and I've won some cool stuff. Once or twice, I've never won anything big, though. No, never, but I also never enter them. No, never, though. I do enter a lot. Oh, boy.
It may have been like a one-time thing. Maybe, but like what randomly selected competition? Like when you sign up for random.
Yeah, like a drawing.
Out and then
some kind of drawing.
I guess I'll put once or twice. But it may not have been me, just somebody like in my family, and I benefited from it. But I'm taking.
No. This is you.
Taking it and going. Because some people in my family are more lucky than I.
Well, this is for you, not your family.
But I don't remember who got it. But I know that like we all benefited from it. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember.
This is what % lucky are you?
Yeah, but I don't remember who got it. Could have been me. All right, I'll put none then. I guess.
Come on, Goldie. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know either. I feel like at least once or twice we had to have gotten something. Just never anything big, obviously.
Right. It's like a dinner, like a dinner somewhere. Or
the only thing would be no, never. I just never enter them. But I have to imagine there's. I'll say once or twice.
Yeah.
I'll say once or twice. Have you ever found a 4-leaf clover? Yes, more than
No.
once. Yes, once. No, never. I thought I did once, but it was just 2 sneakily positioned 3-leafed clovers. It's definitely that one. I definitely have thought that I found one before, and it was just like a illusion.
Yeah, where they're just pinched up in a way.
Yeah, yep. Have you ever won a bet? Yes, I've won money on bets. Yes, but only insignificant ones. No, I always seem to lose. I never place bets.
I'm not a better.
I'm not either, but friendly ones like we've done this year. I've won currently with hockey. Myself with the Penguins versus one of my friends' teams, the Capitals. We said whoever loses has to wear the other person's jersey.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So stuff like that would be about as much as it gets. But otherwise, I really don't bet at all. I'm gonna say no. I always seem to lose. I don't like doing. I was super hesitant on doing that one because no, I'm gonna lose. I don't want to do that. But have you ever been in love? Yes, I'm in love right now. Yes, I have. No, but not. I'm sure. No, wow. No, but I'm sure it'll happen one day. No, and I'm starting to think it'll never happen. Well, of course.
Of course it will.
Of course I have. Of course I have. Yes, I have. Just maybe not. Well, I guess. No, it's saying in love, not do you love anyone. I say I love lots of people, but I'm not in love, I guess. Have you ever had a romantic encounter with someone obviously out of your league?
Yeah. An encounter. What does that mean?
All right. Scandalous. Have you ever had a romantic encounter with someone obviously out of your league?
I like the bottom choice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. First answer. Yes, I've had entire relationships with people clearly out of my league. Yes. No. I don't believe in leagues or anything like that.
I like that.
I do too. I
chose that.
In a way, I kind of you can say, wow, this person's beautiful and might be a little too good for me, but at the same time, like you're saying with that, I don't believe that anyone's out of anyone's league.
Yeah. Like maybe they're more successful in their job or whatever. Like, okay, they might see something in you that
actually see.
Matter.
Yeah, and you actually see your personality, not your social status or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe in that crap.
Yeah.
Goldie is not having it.
Goldie and Greenie. Not having it.
Fans.
Not having it. You're meant to catch a train and you're running late. You get to the station and see your train in the platform. There's only a few minutes left. Will you be able to catch the train? Yes, just in the nick of time. It depends on how long the platform is. Realistically, no.
Yes.
Yes? You'll catch it?
No.
So I don't think it's ever happened with a trolley or a T or a train or anything like that. But when I was a kid, story time, when I was a kid, I would be late for the bus so many times.
Really?
And it would be coming up to the bus stop and I would be still coming down the street and I would either see or hear it first or whatever. And I would start running down the street to catch it. And a lot of times it would stop and I would be able to make it.
He probably knew just to look out for you. He or she, he's gonna come at some point.
Here he comes running down the street. Oh my gosh. I'm such a bad kid. I'm still late sometimes too. It's such a terrible habit. But I'll say yes in the nick of time too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Have you ever managed to blag your way through a job? Yes, fake it till you make it. No, I'd be too nervous to. No, I've tried, but it failed spectacularly. I'd be too nervous.
That's me too.
Yeah.
People say they lie in their resume and stuff, and I'm like, how could you? What if they ask you questions about it?
Yeah.
I can't just like come up with stuff like that.
No, I'm not quick-witted.
No.
Have you ever managed to pass an exam or assignment without studying? Yes, and did surprisingly well. Yes, but only just. No, every time I try to do that, I end up with a terrible grade. No, I'm too organized for that. Yeah, I'd say I probably have and did pretty well.
Yeah.
Especially in high school. There'd be times I like barely read over notes and stuff and didn't study and went in and did well.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily luck. That's just you were able to retain it when you first were learning it.
Yeah, you retained enough to get by. Now, not to say I aced every test, but I tried to pull that off on for sure.
Yeah.
My GPA is enough proof of that. But like, but I had my moments, you know?
Yeah. Do you consider yourself lucky? Yes. Probably about average. No, not at all.
This is a tough one. I guess I'd have to say average. But
okay, I'm saying no.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm not saying that I'm this. Maybe I should have said on average then. I definitely don't think I am lucky. I don't think I'm unlucky in the sense that bad things happen to me necessarily. I just don't think that luck-wise that I'm. I don't know.
Also, I don't really believe like in luck. You know what I mean? So I don't really feel like it's luck or why things happen.
No. Okay.
You know, like.
Yeah. I suppose so. Yeah.
Whatever. I'm 69% lucky. What'd you get?
50.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've had my fair share, Greenie has had fair share of good things and bad things, just like most people. You like to keep your feet planted firmly on the ground, and you don't hold it against the universe when bad things happen. You believe that more things are down to the individual than down to luck, though winning the lottery would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably pretty accurate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Bye.
So the little blurb for Goldies is 69% lucky. You're pretty damn lucky, whether it's the universe's bias towards you, your own positive nature, or simply your way of looking at things. You seem to radiate positivity and good things.
Yeah.
I like it.
There you go. That's you. That's you. That's you, Goldie. That's you, Goldie. Not too bad. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. That brings us to bright stories of the week. Bright stories. Whoop, whoop. I unfortunately was not able to come up with anything though. I really don't have anything. I didn't have anything submitted. I didn't want to kind of repeat. Obviously, I noticed things during the week again that people just being friendly, smiling and stuff. But I kind of been talking about that a lot lately. So we'll just kind of say that it happened and not any specific scenarios or anything. But just a good week. Sun's back out, shining. We had some nice weather, but nothing really in particular. But how about you? You got something for me? I know you do.
I do. But yeah, people's moods I think are generally lifting at this point. And people are getting out of the house more because we're not frozen solid. We can get out, and there will start to be. And I feel like with COVID going down and the weather improving, that you're going to be flooded with stories from people because it's been a tough year to try to get those bright stories, I think, because how many people don't leave the house enough?
Yeah.
Don't have those interactions. Maybe you're working at home. And yes, there are still these moments. Obviously, you go to the store, you run errands, you have appointments, you see people, but I feel like it's been limitations on the interaction. So hopefully that it starts more. But anyway,
absolutely.
Yes, there was one in my neighborhood this week. I think it was Wednesday night. There's this woman who runs our neighborhood a lot. There's like a pretty busy road between our neighborhood and the one across the street. So you have to pass that busy road, and it's kind of a windy, weird road. But anyway, she got hit by a car while she was running. This was in the evening time, so it was like getting dark. Yes, so she has to have all these surgeries. She had a compound fracture in her leg. She had to have a skin graft on her leg. She didn't have a head injury, thank God, but she had like a wrist shoulder. She's like multiple broken bones.
Oh
So
my
she's in the
gosh.
hospital for a few weeks because like recovery and stuff.
Yeah.
And we have a Facebook page for our neighborhood. And immediately people were like, what's going on? Why are there what if right at the entrance of our neighborhood and all this stuff? And people were talking about who it could be. And a woman got hit by a car. So we're all freaking out,
Yeah.
So finally it comes out, it was the woman that people were speculating about. And
Right.
she's like the sweetest, of course. Like anytime
course.
somebody in the neighborhood needs something, she's there. She's the one that somebody had COVID. She's bringing in the special tea she made, so she's just like a great person, always smiling, all her pictures and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know her personally, and that's just like what I'm going off of,
Yeah.
But several people in the neighborhood organized like a meal train. Those you can set up a meal train online, and you can go in and you can sign up for. I'm bringing dinner this day. This is what I'm bringing, and I mean the dates just flooded in. People were like sending all kinds of messages. People were dropping off cookies and snacks on their front porch, and like it's amazing how many people were. I looked at the list and I'm like, these, and they were donating Grubhub and DoorDash and just money all to the family and stuff. I think they have three little kids, and then the husband. And so they were just flooding them with support and love. And the husband reached out and he was like, I have never lived in a community that was this supportive and loving and strong. And it was just like, oh my gosh. Wow. But she's doing great. He sent pictures of her in her hospital bed, like smiling, thumbs up, and to see that, like, because I was really worried when we first started here. Like, if someone got hit on that road, like it's a fast road. Like, I didn't really think that we would have a good outcome,
Right.
But this is a really good neighborhood. There's anytime, and like we've only lived here for a year, so we don't know that many. And with COVID, you're not out talking to neighbors.
Yeah.
And for everyone to pull in like that, and it's just awesome.
That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And there's been other times where like, we have a pretty big military population in this neighborhood. So, husbands and wives deploy. Mm-hmm. And there's been people been like, I have this light out, like on somewhere in their house where they can't get to it. My husband's deployed or something housewise, they'll put it on the page, and I've got these kids and I need to do this. And people are always jumping in and helping. It's like no hesitation, and it's just great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great group of people.
It is. It's really great.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like the list could go on. It's
like,
there's a prayer group that meets in the neighborhood, and every weekend this guy's putting on the page, how can we pray for you today? We're meeting for prayer today. Is there anything you need? Is there prayer requests? There's just different things like that. And it's wow. People are awesome.
Wow. Yeah. Look at that.
Great.
Right around you, there's people that absolutely amazing, that selfless, that caring, that just everything. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's so cool. That's so awesome to hear. I can imagine how much, how absolutely overcome with joy and appreciation that the lady, the wife, the husband, just I can imagine how grateful that they are.
Yeah. Wow. Just don't have to think about that. Like my kids will be fed tonight. I don't even have to. I can put it out of my mind. I can go to and from the hospital without having to factor in like all that extra stuff. It's just great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Wow. That's a really good one. That is a really good one. Phew. Okay, I guess that makes up for the lack on my end. That's wow. That's awesome.
Well, I asked Maya too if she had any, and this is coming after that one. It's a small thing, but she thought it was really cute. This happened a little bit ago because I was like, do you have any bright stories, for Brian? And she said, well, I remember this time. This was like last school year or something, but I thought it was cute that she thought of it. Book fair. Remember book fair? The best when you're a kid.
Yep.
So I gave her a little bit of money or whatever. She wanted this book, and she was up in line, and she went up. She's all excited. She goes to buy the book, and then, of course, as a child, you don't think about tax. She didn't have enough money, so she went from like to like, but she said this lady was right there and jumped in and gave her the money, and she got her book, and it's just like sweet, like just thoughtful, and she was all excited again. But it was less than $1 probably, but it went from like I'm so excited to. Oh, I can't get this.
Heartbreak to back. Yeah, exactly. Aw.
That's the good stuff.
Absolutely. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Aw, awesome. Look at you coming in with these great stories. Awesome. All righty though. All right, Goldie McKnob, and Greenie McTurnips signing off.
McTurnips. This was fun.
Absolutely. So thank you very much for your stories and for joining me today. Really appreciate it.
You bet.
A lot of fun. And hopefully everyone has a fantastic St. Patrick's Day. Have a great week, a bright week. Do something amazing for somebody, little or big. You're making a difference. Little or big, you're making a difference. Just go about your day in a positive way, and you never know whose day you're going to change. So keep at it. Keep doing great things. Keep sharing them. Keep spreading the positivity and the brightness, and we're going to be out of this mess in no time.
That's right.
So thanks again for joining. Be sure to follow us on social media. Check us out. Like, comment, share on YouTube and everything, and just keep doing your thing. All right. Thanks, guys. Enjoy. We'll catch you next time. Take care.